That's what's up on the Kuldesac.
We're about to get into it, man. We're going to play these tracks. We're going to play some music. It's by Raf Almighty, BigBob, and Guy Grams. We can't wait. We're too excited. We're going to play this. We're going to play some of the stuff, I know, from their collaboration album called The Bag. We'll be right back with Guy Grams and Raf Almighty. I can't believe it. You're listening to the Kuldesac Krew on DKK Radio.
Yo, they want that smoke out shit. It's that Jacob Boo, that smoke one shit, you know what I mean? That real respect. Smoking in presidential runs, that mochi, you know what I mean? Salute my motherfucking West Coast cats, you know what I mean? Oakland, Canada, Jackie. Hey yo, I'm twisting up another spliff on a balcony suite. You entered in the lion's den of the palace of thieves. The rain of fire breathing motherfucker fouler than me. Yo, rappers try to steal the whole style to a T. I spoke loud, son. Coughed the thought out of smoke cloud. You be in a hole now. We need you to slow down. You ain't no hustler. Shit, you read up with a half an ounce. As soon as my eyes open, bitch, I'm blazing this A+. The grade A, great ape. Great when I lay up every day. A celebration. Twist this birthday cake. Kid, you got them run bags, but I heard they fake. Hey yo, your gank is up, you know enough. You shouldn't try to hang with us. I wouldn't smoke your shit if you paid me to do it. It's back to back, twist up backwoods as big as a broomstick. That's how I prevail. Politic over Renell. Plotted business decisions. I'm smoking blunts with myself. Yeah, we smoking on this shit you ain't up on yet. That BB and J straight from the Cali Connect. Shit, bitch, most definitely we live and direct. It's too dope to flame your lungs in the valley of death.
Yo, you know we run that red like a bull, and you know they gon' feast till they fall. Take a pull, nigga. Yo, you know we running red like a bull, and you know they gon' feast till they fall. Take a pull, nigga. You know we running red like a bull, and you know they gon' feast till they fall. Take a pull, nigga. What up? You know we running red like a bull, and you know they gon' feast till they fall. Hey yo, I took a big pull, blew the smoke of your big face. She rubbing my feet, kissing my cheek, feet and be sweet. Sangria on ice is guaranteed to be nice. I get the cut a slice of sex, I ask goodnight. Rolling number one, playing with a honey bun. Mommy chewing bubble gum. Ask me, do I want me some? Yes, queen. Yes, I do my thing on a late night. Early morning, afternoon, I show my all might. Mike, fresh rice water to your scalp. Bring the baddest broad rap rip, get strike 'em out. You know I'm running red like a bull, and you know they gon' feast till they fall. Take a pull, nigga. Yo, you know we running red like a bull, and you know they gon' feast till they fall. Take a pull, nigga. You know we running red like a bull, and you know they gon' feast till they fall. Take a pull, nigga. Yo, you know we running red like a bull, and you know they gon' feast till they fall. Take a pull, nigga. You know we running red like a bull, and you know they gon' feast till they fall. Take a pull, nigga.
Many die trying to survive the next mile.
Not a squad that I can't run through.
Take my word, niggas wanna hear how you think. It be that shit that
Out of the frame.
rock
On to the break of dawn.
Yeah, you know how we coming. Many die trying to survive the next mile.
Not a squad that I can't run through.
Take my word, niggas wanna hear how you think. It be that shit that
Out of the frame.
rock
On to the break of dawn.
Yeah, you know how we coming. Fuck a move,
Bob, what up? What up, Bob? Zilla, what up? What up, Grams? We in the bag, nigga. It's the import. Wise up. Yo, this for the ones who came up like me. Never had much, only one pot to pee. Mom Duke's my little crook, big sister. For the ones who came up, knowing life ain't mixed up. This is for the ones who departed at an early age. Met them pearly gates all at an early stage. My babies having babies, wise up. You meet that dog with rabies that put you in the grave. For the brothers who take care of the family. Hit the block just to get groceries for granny. This to my real jack busters who won't hesitate to big hand a simple motherfucker. This for the ones who been down since day one. Finally we here, the stress is done. Yo, you been down since day one. The end is here, the stress is done. It's almighty, boy.
On what's real and nothing else.
Front if you dare, and I'll change your whole anatomy. For real. Blast your ass, hit you with a direct blow.
Let me focus on what's real and nothing else.
Front if you dare, and I'll change your whole anatomy. For real. Blast your ass, hit you with a direct blow.
Every day I'm on my job, shit, this curtains for y'all. We put that work in, son, I put a hurtin' on y'all. Made a vow to the family, we ain't hurtin' no more. Got it all right at home, I don't search for no cause. There's no skeletons in your closet when you living with ghosts. These kids have been looking pale, you been giving them coke. Hit you tomorrow, shit the plan to ship you the cargo. Like a narco, kid, they leave you burning like charcoal. Advanced ideology, where knowledge is the common theme. Thief on common ground, beef for honorable means. Nowadays, shit, y'all don't know what honorable means. Took a shot at my dreams, Papa wasn't proud of me. Bullet ricochet, you couldn't shatter that reality. Leave you Michelin if you listening to absorb and listening in Cold War. Chose the ball of the sword. This skill is like taking pride in something all would avoid. It's over for these rhyming common folk. This is not a joke. You could quote the word like Prophet Muhammad spoke. Yo, you don't know what type of time it took to write this shit. You ain't gotta like this shit for you to go and like my shit. Look, yo, they pay me for my likeness, kid. Controlling the whole sections like cats that been holding weapons. I spit rhymes, leave your head spinning like old records.
Let me focus on what's real and nothing else.
Front if you dare, and I'll change your whole anatomy. For real. Blast your ass, hit you with a direct blow.
Let me focus on what's real and nothing else.
Front if you dare, and I'll change your whole anatomy. For real. Blast your ass, hit you with a direct blow.
Man, oh boy. That was, well, first of all, that was Take a Poll, the first song. And the second song was End Part by Raf Almighty and Guy Grams, produced by BigBob, the legend. We have them here today on TKK Radio. It's your girl, DJ ACP. Hopefully, are you here? Are you...
Yeah, we here.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. This is how we do it.
Blast.
Okay, we're so excited.
All right.
Thank you for being on here with us. We are honored to have you.
Likewise, thank y'all for having us. We
Yes.
appreciate y'all for sure, and all your listeners as well.
Yes, absolutely. We have two legends, really, on the East Coast and the hip-hop game. You've been there since day one.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
So tell us, what is how has your evolution been so far since your beginning till now? What has made you grow? Give us that insight real quick,
All right, well, this Raf Almighty, good to speak to y'all. Well, to speak on my evolution, I come from a group called the Dirt Platoon. So I started off with the Dirt Platoon. Okay. So Guy Grams is an extension of the Dirt Platoon. That's one of my best friends, my best brother. So I would say like our evolution from the beginning was all for the love. It was no internet, so it was just more like a word of mouth thing.
That's for sure.
So once the internet kind of arrived and we started to get our stuff digital and start figuring all this stuff out, it went from word of mouth to around the world. So I would like to give all praise due to the internet for exposing us and giving us more exposure to our fans all around the world and not just like regional.
Yeah.
And for me, this Guy Grams, you know what I mean? And I appreciate y'all, like I said,
welcome.
Kuldesac Krew and all that. But I started doing the battles and the ciphers and, that type of stuff. And then really I'm a hard hat MC. So playing live shows, in front of people and rocking even before the internet era was really like, popping like that. So, and then, from there, once, we're connected to the internet and, shit grows, we kind of grow as we go, you know what I mean? And all the albums that we've done, Dirt Platoon collectively and Guy Grams also, I think all the albums do show growth as not only an artist, as a person, because, as people, we continue to grow as, as artists as well. So, I think it's dope when you find an artist and you can see that growth in their albums. And also, Raf and I, we have the Almighty Grams, the first album we did a few years back. And this album blows that album out of the water. So the second Almighty Grams, the bag, with including Big Bob, that's really, it's a big jump in growth as people.
Hey, that's right.
And as
Talk your
artists.
shit right now. Talk your shit. Now's the time.
Hey.
Most definitely. But like I said, we continue to grow as men and people and, as artists as well,
Yeah. Now I have one question stemming from what you were doing beforehand. You said you were battle rapping. Now I got to be honest, like with both of you, did you ever guys get that bag off battle rapping? Like, do y'all have those little side bets?
Yeah, no doubt. Sure. And also, during the times that, me in particular, that I was battling, like you said, side bets, people are always doing this and that. And a lot of times, the rappers, too, are saying to each other, like, 500, $150, whatever, a steak dinner, the next spliff, or whatever cats is betting on, you know what I mean? But, it's always something riding on it, or, whether your reputation or the, the dice or whatever cats are, you know what I mean, putting up. So. Well, I take it all the way back to battling in the cafeteria in school and battling around the way, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's how far I go back, and that's how gritty I am as an MC. So, like, besides that, and that's all good, but, you know what I'm saying? I really want the respect. You understand?
Yeah. Totally.
So, on the 2019 EP, that's a photo of y'all.
Which you
I'm
about,
sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the two young
first
boys.
one, the first installment.
No, that's not a photo of us. You know. But they do look identical.
I was like, is that how far back you go? Like, I thought. Like, I was like,
they backyard jamming out here.
But not look. Check it. What happened is I gotta credit that photo to my man Guy Grams. Like, one day he just called me up and we were just talking about like the photos and what we was gonna have. And he was like, yo, I had this laying in a cup for a while, but I just didn't know how to use it. And once he showed it to me, I knew exactly that's the photo we was going to use.
Wow.
And I actually got the photo from, a news publication. It's called the Baltimore Sun, so,
okay.
I had found that a while back, and it just fit what we were doing. Like you said, and I knew that I wanted to tie that into what we're doing. So in this album cover, you see, like I said, we've grown as artists and as men. Not only have we grown, the children on the cover have grown, and they're young men now hooping at the ball court. Exactly. I was about to say that. I was about to lean at that. So we get tied right in. Yeah, and we definitely we've definitely seen the similarities and that the kids look familiar to us. So it was definitely 100% we was going to go with that. I'm glad y'all recognized that too.
Yeah, that was nice, authentic photo, man. It just feels real nitty gritty. Like, it almost wants to tell a story without telling like a story,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Exactly. You caught the exact thing. That's it. Caught it. Yeah, we want to package and give you that art from the production, the beats, the rhymes. The artwork has to match as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we wanted the artwork to be so dope that you could just still put it up on your coffee table or put it up in your little cubicle at work, or you know what I'm saying? Just
and definitely that's one of those album covers that you can just hang up, or just have laying around,
Exactly.
Classic.
We actually got stickers. And all of that available too. You know what I'm saying? So I'll make sure we get y'all address. I think we're going BigBob supposed to be sending y'all package. So
we got a goodie pack. Oh man, we are too blessed, man.
It's okay.
Hey. It's only right that the bag will get you a bag. You know what I mean? Like, come on now.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
How could it not? I love it. I love the artwork for this album. What is the growth from between the first album and the EP and the second? All
right. Well, the first album we kind of just our real mind state was to take some producers, some no-name producers that nobody really don't know, and just experiment with them, right? So that's why we didn't go into like a whole full-length project. So we did 8 or 7 joints, and we just put it out and just see what the public would think about a new group, right? And we got so much of a good response. So we wanted to take our time the next time when we put out part 2. And it was just the right time right now. And voila.
Basically, we made the first one. We made a dope album, an EP with no budget. You know what I mean? So, and we roll with a collective of MCs from Baltimore. You know, it's a bunch of rap. Shout out my brother Jay Royale.
There you go.
You know, shout out Snook the Crook, Jamil Honesty. You know, just a few other cats that we roll with.
Shout out
but,
the whole DMV section, man. They always producing. You know.
Yeah, yes, sir. Rest in peace to Seneca the Misfit. You know, that was a good brother. But yeah. So with us, you know, we just Raf and I are like a part of that collective. So you know, we just teamed up and you know, kind of wanted to show cats what we could do. You know, linking up and kind of squadding up like that. So really, we made a dope album with no budget. And then you know, years later, you know, in between, you know, Raf made the trilogy albums with BigBob. Yeah. You know, I'm coming off the Gramzilla solo album and then the War Metal solo album. So, you know, in between the last Almighty Grams. So, like you said, that's the growth, you know what I mean? And us connecting again and putting BigBob in the mix kind of just gave it a whole different shot in the arm of energy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. And I wanted to ask too, like, at what point was it like this, that BigBob was going to produce? Like, when did this whole idea come into concept? Like, we're going to do a whole album together. This is crazy.
Well, yeah. We already knew that we was going to do the new Almighty Grams album, but what happened was BigBob just sent me, when he sent me beats for an album, he basically sent me like a whole folder. So yeah. I already go through the whole, I go through the whole folder, and I maybe picked out 20 beats, and I knew it. I'm just like, yo, I'm going to put these to the sides. Me and Graham got a similar, like, flavor. I know, basically, you know, if I yay it, he going to yay it. And, Me and BigBob was making a trilogy project anyway, so I probably had like 100 beats.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say we got. So y'all got some unreleased song right now.
He's just
say that again.
You guys got some unreleased song right now too. It just built up a product.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and Bob already put out 3 projects. This bag will make the 4th, and then we got like some more. We got some more coming at you.
No, we got some unreleased stuff too in the bag. Don't you know?
See,
what I mean?
there you go. We gotta get the inside scoop. You know,
I want to keep it real with you. But I want to keep it real with you. Like how I record is, if I say we're going to do 12 joints. We're going to do 12 joints. We're not going to record 28 joints and pick the best 12 joints.
Most of everything that Bob sent got used. You know what I mean?
No, that's how I record anyway. No matter if I was recording with you. If you say me and you going to do 5 joints, we're going to record. I'm going to give you my best 5 joints, and I'm just going to toss them up, and I just let the universe pick it. You know what I mean?
Where really, it just made sense. You know what I mean? To connect all the dots. So, you know what I mean? And like I said, it's like a shot in the arm of flavor, energy, you know, with BigBob. So, you know what I mean? We knew we were going to do the second installment. You know, we already had started building on a few ideas, but once we kind of put BigBob into the fold, you know, it kind of took, you know, it was like running track, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was definitely a beautiful thing.
Salute to BigBob. What up, boy?
Yeah.
Hey.
Absolutely. And I love rawhiphop.com calls you guys the 3-headed monster. I love that comparison.
Yeah, that was dope. Shout out to rawhiphop.com.
Oh,
really?
Man.
And then the DJs who came with the cuts, you know what I mean? Because we came with the lyrical sword, you know, and Bob came, you know, with the soundtrack, you know, but really the alley-oop for their assist goes to the DJs who really shredded on all through the whole project and kind of gave the whole project like continuity as well, you know?
Oh,
who are you guys' influences though? You know, like I'm hearing that hard New York influence, you know?
Yeah, I shout out the East Coast, but I want to shout out the West Coast too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I shout out down south. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really.
I heard you, Oakland, Canada. You know.
Yeah. Definitely. Oakland. I love Spice One. I love I love E40. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love all of that. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on real hip hop, when hip hop was for real, when the Loonies and you know what I mean. All of that. Yeah, I love the Bay. I love all that was coming out of LA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Word up. And yeah, I got family out there and shit. You know, I'll be out in the Bay sometimes, and you know what I mean. And shout out real respected genetics. You know what I mean? That's my people out there. So they got that fire. You know what I mean? So
we love all hip hop. Yeah, that's how we're going to answer that question.
Yeah,
I feel you. So there's not like a specific artist that you guys like. For me, I'm kind of hearing like a little Ghostface Killer at times, you know.
I was about to say, if I really sit down and run my hip hop favorites, you will be on the phone for 5 hours. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm gonna say for me, like hip hop raised me. So, but Wu-Tang definitely is a huge influence. But you know, of course, Big Pun, Big L.
Oh yeah.
You know, I love Gangstar. Rest in peace to Guru.
Yes,
you know, Mobb Deep. Definitely a heavily East Coast influence. But like you said, you know, we connoisseurs of hip hop. So you know what I mean. We love hip hop from all over the map.
I love the West. King T, the Alcoholics exhibit. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Razzcast, the Fear. Like, I love the West.
But we always gonna give you that raw shit though.
That's what I mean?
Yeah. No, and I love it. To be honest, like I'm from the West Coast, but for some reason I'm attracted to the East Coast. Yeah. Like the sound,
Man.
I don't know.
It's gritty. Me as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's where it started. So you know what I mean. I think everybody that loves hip hop is like sonically connected to the birthplace of it. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, y'all.
Yeah.
Every time I hear like East Coast hip hop rap, you know, I like want to put on some boots, like my Timberlands. For sure. Get out my All Stars, my Chucks.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
It's getting to be hoodie season now too. So you bust out the Timbs and the hoodies and you know all that now. So and bang the almighty grand.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like 32 degrees or something over here right now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it feels like
it's definitely cold right now.
Our furnace at our station over here, this building is actually broken. The AC is permanently on, so now it's like 35 degrees at the station.
I am loving it though. I can be in New York.
Lucky y'all. You know.
I've got a blanket on today. Yoda blanket's coming on. So I'm sorry.
Yeah. Nah, but we're enjoying it. We're enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to this. You know, so
right.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Right.
So back to that album. Like, how did you guys meet up with Big Bob, and how did this collaboration just get into? I know you talked about it. You had a planned album, and you told him to send them beats. But like, how did this connection come to fruition?
Yeah.
You know.
How'd you meet Big Bob?
Again, the beautiful internet. You know what I'm saying? Me and Bob did it. It happened like this. Me and Bob supposed to did one song, but he sent me a 3 beats the first time. That's the first time. The first time is when he only sent me 3 beats, but I recorded to all 3 of the beats. So he was like, it makes sense. Let's do an album. So that's when he sent me the big folder of beats. I already was like, had ideas on how I wanted my next projects to be set up. So I kind of picked all the beats for my next 3 projects. Like I told y'all, I had Apple Beats. I put like 10 to the side. I knew me and Grams, that's like my best friend. We always link up for a smoke session every week. We smoking.
What you smoking on? What you smoking on though?
Right now, what we smoking on? What's that, Graham?
We're smoking on some Halado.
Gelato, some gelato. There we go.
That's like gelato.
I got biscotti.
Oh, got you. Gelato. Oh, it's a cross.
I'm smoking on that biscotti.
Yeah, that's that real respected shit.
So back to that, like, so I was playing the beats. Me and Grants kind of already had the concept. I wanted the title with the bag because it's Big Bob, Almighty myself, and Guy Grams. So you got the bag. You got Big Bob, Almighty, and Guy Grams. You know what I'm saying? So we stepping into the new year. We stepping into the new year with the 3-headed monster, the new super group. You know what I mean? So that's how that came about. Long story short.
Absolutely, man. You know, I'm inspiring, songwriter, artist, and so when I hear collaborations like this, how you are on a track and you're just like going back and forth I mean, that takes not only artistic to be able to flow back and forth, but there's got to be some kind of coordination or something and skill that goes along with that.
Some compromise, I guess. You know.
So are you listening to the tracks together? Are you sending them? You know, here's the track, and Guy's listening to it at his house, and then you're over here, or how's that process?
Because we all know this rap game is super competitive.
I think you just break it down. If it was an A and a B, it would be B. Like I told you, our Grams would probably come to my apartment. We listen to the beats.
Yeah.
I email it to him immediately. He probably vibing to it in the car. While he vibing to it in the car, I'm in the house writing. I give him a day. If I tell Grams, if I let him listen to the beat on Monday, we definitely got to be in the studio by Wednesday. By the time we get to the studio by Wednesday, me and Grams, we got to record at least 2 songs a session, and that's how we just kept the train moving.
Yeah, so really, for me, we've been building together for 10 years plus.
Right.
So it's a chemistry between us.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we kick it, like you said, we hang out and smoke and bullshit and talk about life and real stuff. And we share, break bread, and, you know, we traveled. And, you know, so you know, we're like real family, like, you know what I mean? So the chemistry, like a lot of it, sometimes, like, I guess in the early days, like doing the steps on stage or like getting everything tight and right was more discussed, but now it's just second nature. Like our chemistry is that of, you know, some of that ins and outs that you speak of that takes you know, some just, you know, we don't even have to verbally communicate it. We just fall in line to it. You know what I mean? It just fits perfectly, and we build off each other's energy, you know.
Now, I like to say it like this. He talked about our collective. I like to like describe us as like mutant superheroes, and all of us got our own special powers.
There you go.
You know, when it's time
that's
for
how
all
I
of us
describe my crew.
Hey, you into the anime too?
And that's really how it is. Like we can't explain how it's done. It was something that we was born with, and when it's time to turn it on, we turn it on.
Yeah.
I'm just so impressed. I'm so impressed. You know, there's these times where you do these verses where he does a verse and then you do a verse. And then there's times where you guys, you know, you're freaking like going in and out. It's like that Jay-Z, Kanye West, that.
I see. Sometimes that came from like maybe Grams had the title of this track, so he gave the concept and the idea, and maybe my rhyme was done before his, or maybe he had it sounded better for Grams. Like it wasn't really a program or no formula that I could kind of give you on how we did this. It was kind of staying in a moment and pure instinct.
Natural. It was something natural. Like we didn't force it or try to make it like whatever, you know, if it was, you know, a studio session, say like I went first on both tracks. It's just how it happened to be, or vice versa. Or he went first, or, you know what I mean? We weren't really like counting it out or making it have to be like some specific way. It just, you know, it kind of all fit together nicely, like, you know, Lord willing, you know.
Now we kind of did something on the album. I'm gonna tell y'all. Secret.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Little insight.
It's on one track. I think it's Late Night. So next time y'all listen to the track Late Night, in the beginning, Grams was supposed to go first, but he was telling me that he wasn't ready or something, and I said in the beginning of the track, I said Grams said he needs to get his vocal instrument ready, right?
Okay.
So I was making it. So I just went first because he wasn't ready. So really, if for real, Late Night is supposed to be Graham setting it off, the hook, and then me. But it became me to set it off, me and the hook, and then Graham.
Yeah. And I think it worked out the way it was intended to be. You know?
Exactly. It came off smoothly. Yeah. I had another question between. I know that rap is super competitive, and I know you take your cues from like NWA, and you were telling us, like, I know they share a lot of like rhymes and everything, but like in this industry, we tend not to share those. But are you guys like, hey, this line might fit better here, you know, or giving each other pointers? I know you guys are close, so like it won't matter, you know.
Have we ever did that?
I'm not really. I don't know. I mean, like, yo, if you know, if we're building on something, you know, we've been in the lab, like, you know, we've been overseas. We, you know, wrote rhymes like in the studio at 4:30 in the morning in France and shit like that. You know what I mean? But like, like if I hear him doing something that I think he could change or whatever, I would never hesitate to say, but I can't think of one time, as far as like artists and men, we're like alpha and strong, like,
totally. And that's why.
Like I can remember, like at the time, I'm speaking of when we were like at 4:30 in the morning, Raf would just go in and set it off and just totally like blow the doors off. And then 4 or 5 other rappers, including myself, would be getting a pen and trying to like put a verse in, you know what I mean?
What I will say respectfully, I think, not giving each other like rhyme schemes or anything like that, but when we performing, maybe helping each other out with like, tell them throw your hands up right now, or just giving each other cues on performances. I will say that we do help and we do get together and we do kind of like collectively put together our show set. So that would be the more time that we give each other like ideas and share ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah. Word. And to build off that is that, I guess in short too, I have supreme confidence in my guy, you know what I mean? And it's like vice versa. So like, when we go somewhere, over the years, like I said, we would go to ciphers and it'd be like different artists and, showcases or whatever, like the guys that I'm with, like, I know they're going to rip the mic, you know what I mean? I have supreme confidence. Like I know what I'm going to do and confidence in myself, but especially in my crew. Like he said, he shoots flames out his eyes, and the other guy flies, and jumps up, leaps buildings, and you know what I mean. So like I know what we're gonna do. You know what I mean?
Right.
If that answers your question.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, like we said, like it is. You guys are 2 alpha males, and it is ultra competitive. But it's great to see 2 people just working together and collaborating just to make something happen like this,
It's more than us, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At this moment, it was perfect for me and Grams to drop this project. It just seemed like the perfect timing. We was right on schedule. I think hip hop needed it. Right. It was kind of like, if I could say, it's kind of like we reinvented ourselves as me being Raf Almighty and Grams being himself. Us coming out once again with this bag. It's kind of like we transform into different people and we reinvent ourselves.
But it is super competitive, right? But with us, like I said, we broke bread and we traveled and slept on the floors in hotels, and so it's like when I shine, you shine. Like
exactly.
It really is.
There
like
you go.
And us coming from Baltimore, being like a rough city and nobody really never made it, like I said, we got to work twice as hard, you know what I mean? So like, I'm happy for every artist, even, we do the boom bap, like I said, hip hop raised me, we do like a certain niche genre of hip hop, but there's young kids out here doing the whatever. And you know what I mean? Like, if, anyone from my city that can make it out or make a way, or, you know what I mean? Like, we're rooting for you. So truly, like, you know what I mean? Like all us together is kind of like a band of brothers. So like, I'm rooting for everybody. I'm hoping everybody succeeds, especially people from my neighborhood and my town. You know what I mean? So
it's no like hate or it's no kind of like resentment for the next man, because we do it for the babies, and so we all got kids to feed. So we do this it's a bigger thing for us. It's not about us. It's about sharing the art with the people and feeding our kids, and that's what it's really all about. So we have no need to hate on the next man, because I want Grams to feed Lord Grams just like he want me to feed my princess.
Exactly. Yeah. And right now, like, I know like DMV's got a nice little niche of art and music coming out from it, and like it might be small, but it's growing and people are paying attention now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, please share the good word. You know what I mean? Like, and Dirt Platoon, Raf Almighty, might be your thing. You might like Guy Grams more, or whatever. Please spread the good word. You might mess with J Royale and Jamil Honesty or whoever. Tune in, and there's a whole a dozen other artists to tap into as well. You know what I mean? So.
And then I'll think, like you said, and like Graham said, if any of my people shine, we all gonna shine. They're gonna definitely put a lesson.
Yeah, if you see them, you're gonna see me, and vice versa. Yeah.
Yes, I love this. I love this album. It's called The Bag. I want to know, what's next? What are your plans? You got the album, as a collab, but what do you have for 2023?
Oh man, we got more music. We actually about to throw our album release party. We're gonna do a couple album release parties. We constantly doing shows, so probably more shows, and Probably talking to y'all again about another album real soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. I have a solo album that I'm currently working on. It's called Actors and Ball Players. I'm still in the process of creating it. So, probably sometime early in the new year, I'll be, having more information coming about that. And Raf, of course, he got a few solo endeavors lined up as well. So, and then it probably won't be too long. You'll see us connecting for another collab venture, but also on any album that I'm doing, on the new Actors and Ball Players, you'll be sure to see Raf Almighty on there. And every album that Raf Almighty has is definitely a Guy Grams feature on there.
There you go.
I think the bag's so solid we can ride this out into the next year. So y'all stay tuned.
Oh my
gosh. We'll keep banging that. But we definitely got new music coming as well. So we appreciate y'all for asking and you're here as well for, enjoying good music.
Absolutely. There's 14 tracks. Each one of them is really great. It's called The Bag. One last question. I'm curious, are there any features that you haven't done yet? Like that you're just like, I want to do, or digital collaborations that you can't do physically, but you really want to do on a digital side?
All the greats. Yeah, I was thinking about they're all dead, but I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say, I think right now, if I was to do something right now, I would take a Planet Asia feature right now.
My gosh, Planet Asia.
Yeah, I would take a Planet Asia.
Man.
You know what I mean? He's the bro. So, I think if I just grabbed something off the top of my head, but I think he's a legend. So,
of course. And the only thing I could think of was Nas. You know what I mean? If we could get a Nas, we could get a Nas feature on the next, Almighty Grams album. You know what I mean? So maybe we can get the ball rolling with that right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
As J. Cole says, Tupac was Jesus, but Nas wrote the Bible.
Yeah, word up. Yeah, that's fire.
Oh, that's deep. Well, Planet Asia, he is a West Coast guy. I actually ran into him this summer with my brother.
He's a good guy. He's a fan, too.
Yeah, he's like a godfather over here. He's like, I was like, what?
And he's a godfather when we see him here in New York and things of that nature.
Yeah, he stomps around the East Coast for sure.
Yeah, we definitely the home.
Man, that's what's up. Well, we appreciate your time. I know it's getting late over there.
We appreciate y'all more. No, we just sitting back watching football, smoking out. Like,
there you go. Shoot, they doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Damn.
We was waiting to call y'all for real. There wasn't no problem. We was just chopping it up. We appreciate y'all more for real.
Yeah,
most definitely pounds of love and respect. You know what I mean? For sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you for appreciating our music, because we appreciate you for loving that, because we made it for people just like y'all.
And please spread the good word.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're trying,
Please tell them how people can listen to your music.
Mine is GuyGramsMusic.com. That's my website. And also Guy Grams Music. That's me on Instagram as well. Y'all can reach me there or contact my website. And that's my email as well, GuyGramsMusic@gmail.com. So y'all can contact me there for any business inquiries, or you know what I mean. And just Guy Grams Music, Guy Grams on Spotify, iTunes, all digital streaming platforms as well.
Mine is www.elitesoundinternational.com, www.elitesoundinternational.com. If you're close to me, I'll meet you at your mama house and we can go ahead and do the deal like that. If you want to hit me on Instagram, it's @DirtPatune.
Okay, yes. And also, you guys just dropped a music video, right?
Yeah, we just dropped a video to end part. We got a few videos coming back to back. That's why I said we're going to ride the bag out until the next year.
There you go. I know you said you were going to just do some tour shows. Are you doing any in the West Coast? Because, maybe we'd love to catch you.
But if y'all could help us set something up, we definitely down.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, let's come out and hook something up.
Yeah, we'll come do an interview live. We'll come do the interview live, y'all.
Oh,
let's go. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, leave March, the first weekend of March, leave that open for now. We'll talk.
And look, you got, and you know how to get in touch with Big Bob. Just hook it up with Big Bob. He'll let you know exactly what's going on. We'll be there.
All right. Well, do you have another music video that you're working on that, next single from this album?
I think we think the next single will be Freelance, and then I think after that we might go with Determination, but we'll see.
Determination. Okay, yeah. So we actually aired, you guys were the Song of the Week a couple weeks ago. We aired 89 and Determination. It was like it was a first back-to-back. I couldn't pick. I couldn't pick, and then I just kept downloading more and more, and I just should have bought the whole album instead of just buying them individually.
Man, you're a dope.
Hey, she's supporting though.
I was
you're a dope female. Think about this. You so dope, right? Yeah, you so dope for the hip hop head that you like my
exactly. She's like $13.99 now. Give me $15.99 instead.
Yeah. Man, like that. Yeah, let's get some shoes. That's my. That's how I was. I was just shopping away on iTunes with this album.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you very much. Love.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're gonna.
So, yeah, I think the next two singles. I think the next singles coming after End Part will be Freelance and Determination.
Oh my gosh, you heard it first right here on TKK Radio.
Yes, sir.
Man, we were so excited. We're just honored, honestly.
Blessed, honored. Thank you for spending this time with us. We are just growing, and to have this occasion and to have you guys on here is just, it's just a moment for us, So it's just a great blessing, and thank you guys for joining us here.
No doubt. And it's likewise for us. It's much love, and we appreciate talking to everybody. And that's the thing with the art, getting out and sharing it and connecting with the people and shaking hands and kissing babies and, spreading the good words. That's the beautiful part about it. So, we can't do this without people such as yourself that, to help us in getting the word out in that way. So
we appreciate y'all much and have us back anytime that y'all need us. Like I said, March the 1st, set that up with BigBob and we'll be there. Ooh. Thank y'all very much.
Okay, well, I have this recording, so it's now recorded, y'all. I'm gonna play this back to BigBob. Actually, rewind the tape.
BigBob might be listening. BigBob might be listening right now. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, "What is he doing? This Orange County girl."
We'll be there.
Gosh, yes, absolutely.
Hey, real quick before you go, are you guys watching the World Cup?
I'll probably check a little bit of it out.
Yeah, I might check a little bit of it.
I think the USA rocks tomorrow or something, right?
Yeah. Who you guys got? You guys rooting for the U.S. then?
I think so. Yeah, I'm Italian, so we could, pull for Italy as well. But
there you go.
Yeah, I'm. Let's go USA.
Yeah, I just had to get that real quick.
No, I'm open-minded. I just want to see some good games. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't have no favorite or nothing like that, but I'm definitely going to check it out. I love sports, period. So, yeah, I'm definitely down.
Yeah, for me, if Italy was playing USA in the final, that would be love.
Yeah.
Ooh. But then who would you pick?
It don't matter at that point.
I don't know. I would be happy either way.
Yep.
That third album might not come.
It's a win-win.
Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to play 2 more of your tracks, Determination and 89.
Dope.
And we'll just vibe out here on the Kuldesac and let you guys be. But we'll be back after this little music break. You're listening to the Kuldesac Krew on TKK Radio. Hey.
Peace, y'all. Peace.
Yes.
That's what's up on the Kuldesac.